All right, g'day, hi, and welcome. Okay, so you're looking at my big bad Dodge Hemi Magnum. Truck's not in bad shape. Rad's good shape. I've already checked that out. Stuff's topped up. It does have a power steering pump leak, or not the power steering pump, but one of the hoses leaking. He did have it fixed, but it come on. Let's see. Oop, dripped that all over the place. Yeah, so looks like I gotta top up again. Ooh, that stinks. Power steering fluid stinks so bad. Anyway, I'll put that on there properly whenever. I got two hands. Engine oil, time to change it. Yeah, she's time for a change. I already looked at it the other day, but this truck has been sitting for about 2 months since he bought the other new truck. Things to do to it for sure. Obviously, deal with that power steering pump hose issue. I have to get underneath the vehicle. The biggest issue is probably this door, because you can see this is all busted up or whatever, and yeah, I gotta fix that. So I gotta replace that anyway. I gotta take the door apart. I might have to make my own plate because this part is busted. I'll see what I can do with it. Save myself a couple. It's about 180 bucks for a brand new one. This truck hasn't made me a cent yet, although Freddie, my big red road beast, that truck there paid for this truck. So but I'm just going to get this thing ready for the winter. Basically, typical Dodge doors are notorious for, because they're heavy doors, right? So heavy doored vehicles tend to after time sag, and then you get all these other problems. But I got to replace that, or I'm going to take the one back there, replace that, and just anchor that thing shut. Keep it cheap. Why not? That's the one thing I have to replace for sure. The other thing is the brakes. Rear brakes are completely shot, so you can hear them chattering away when you're driving. Front brakes not bad on this side. It needs a new brake pad for sure. Other side, brake pad rotor was done. The step fell off on the highway, according to him. So he got out of the truck one day and it was gone, so fell off on the highway. Box isn't too bad. You see it's typically rusty there, so but otherwise, again, for a truck that's, you know, yeah, it's good enough for the winter beater. But this box isn't as bad as my Ford box. It's about the same. It could be repaired. I can cut that out and just put in some new stuff. But then again, sometimes you can find a tailgate cheap enough. You know, hitch is good. I got to fix this. That little thing. I'm good. Yeah, emergency brake needs cable and brake assembly. That's not a big deal. It is expensive, but it's, again, what I paid for the truck. It's not too bad. Winter tires are perfect. I mean, again, these things are beasts. Make a good stance to the truck too. Nice tread on them. He got those. They're about $800 worth of tires there. He got, mind you, they're dirty because, you know, again, scrap yards. This thing has probably spent more time in a scrap yard than you could imagine. He did, you know, light body work. You see all the paint's chipping and stuff like that. But that's not that bad. He did a little bit of foam bondo work. Cab corners are, you know, typical. Rockers are still there, if we want to say still there. Well, they're technically still there. So he did this. You can see again, it's not a pretty truck. It's never going to be a pretty truck. Stuff there. But again, parts no problem to get. You know, like, you just shop online. You'll see what I mean. Go to a scrapyard, you'll see what I mean. Like, there's just, the parts are, you can buy like donor trucks like mad, especially around here. I do want to replace the wheel nuts. They have this, I don't want to touch that. Dog peed on that. See the dog peed on my friggin'. These Dodge nuts, wheel nuts, have like a coating on them. And when you go to take them off, it bends the coating. So I want to replace those with like these style. These ones are like ironclad. They work good. You know, you can get other caps, put the cap on after, but these plastic cap things that they put over the nut, I don't like them. I do have to take this tire off. This is the summer tire. And then put the other tire on. And then I got a spare with this as well. Steering components I haven't looked at yet, but again, once I get under there with the wire brush and everything, I'll see what I'm up against. I can imagine, like I say, if I get a winter out of this truck, I'll be happy. It'll pay for itself. You know, it'll take about a month to pay for itself. If I get a year out of it, I laugh. Got tow hooks. You know what I mean? So I got a lot of potential with this big beast of a truck. I'm pretty happy with my purchase. It does drive, it runs. It's plated. It was plated, so I could get some of those Dodge. Ideally, what I would love to have is a Dodge Rumblebee. That's the ideal Dodge that I would like to have. I just like the Rumblebees with the short box and the, you know, as a fun truck. But this will be it could be a plow truck later on. It won't be my main work truck, but it'd be a good winter work truck because of the cap. I can keep tools and stuff in the back. The rack is probably going to come off, this big bruiser rack. It's hideous looking to the point where I like it and I hate it at the same time. Like, it looks like you should have like prisoners or something in there, you know, or like, you know, like some sort of like a wild boar or something sitting in there. But that's basically because he collected metal and stuff like that. But this all basically comes apart, no problem. You just got to screw it in there. It's just, you know, keep him from bashing out his back window. This won't be a scrap metal truck. It's box too small. But it does have the hitches, so, you know, I'm good that way. What else would I... Oh, yeah, this here. So I got to replace this here. I've already found my donor truck over... It's a Ram 2500, but, you know, most of the parts are generic anyway. So I'll replace stuff like that. So a little bit of work. Maybe the other mirror might have to fix. Did that rain? Hope that's not rain. But anyway, yeah, so I got stuff to do. I'll see what I can get away with, and I'm going to clean all that up. The hood looks pretty good, actually. It's interesting, these two-part hoods. Well, I guess it's kind of... It is what it is, right? So, like, stuff like this, you just maintain all this stuff, put the honey goo to it and all that, and get it all cleaned up. But I got to clean it and then see what I got. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to oil spray the crap out of this truck. Again, I think I'm more of an engine guy than I am of a vehicle guy. Like, it's like, I don't care what the vehicle is when it has that in it, you know, or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, this could be a really cool sleeper truck. Now, I already talked about turning Freddy into a possible drag truck. If that truck does get taken off the road next year, I'm not too sure. We'll see. This is my stopgap truck, just so you know, and I'll explain that in the next video. But that truck could be a drag truck later on. It'd be cheap, fun. It's not going to be the fastest thing in the world, but strip it down a bit, you know, it's a good truck, right? But then again, I also look at this as a truck that might be fully restored at some point, and it will be a beautiful truck. A lot of people have offered me money for that truck. It's when they see it up and driving around on a daily basis. That is my daily driver. That is the only vehicle I drive right now. This one will be about a week or so. I got to wait for that'll be my winter daily driver. This one will be parked for the winter. So this truck's never going to drive in the winter again, as long as I own it. So, and it's in better shape than it looks. The worst part of this truck is really literally, okay, yeah, the rockers are gone. There's that. Okay, that's bad. And then bottom of the tailgate is not too good. And the driver's side here, that's the worst. You take all that off. This box might even be fixable to a degree that it's cheaper than replacing it with another box. And, you know, sometimes you can find a box for cheap too. You know, look for donor trucks, right? And you might even get, if I get one with the same color, that'd be awesome. Swap it out. But that's what I could do with that truck. But that'd make a better drag truck because it's a bigger engine. And, you know, I already know where there's like 3 donor engines to this thing. In fact, I already know there's a Cummins diesel, 2 Cummins diesel engines for this thing, but they would be too expensive to fix, so I'm not going to bother. This truck, I'm just going to drive it the way it is. It's, you know, no big mods. It's body patches and dented. But the nice thing is all these panels, $70 to $150, $70 to maybe $300 for a door. Anywhere from $100 to $3,500 for a box. And I may have found a box. I'd have to repaint it. Might be off a newer generation truck. Tailgate, I seen it $80 to $400 mint. Again, if you don't care about it being a show truck, but I might have a box lined up for this off a donor truck if it fits. I don't know if it's going to be the same generation. It's just it was burnt, so the whole truck was like on fire or whatever, but the box is mint. Other than that, no dents. So you can get parts for these floorboards. I've seen them as cheap as $50 for a pair of these standard boards, right up to whatever you want to pay for floorboards. World's your oyster when it comes to these trucks, like the parts. These things, you can go to certain places and find these things used, you know, scrapyard special, whatever. So yeah, so I got lots to work with here anyway. But anyway, yeah, so that's kind of what I got. Yeah, there you go.